the last stream ended because of cell phone service dropped. I have a SIM card here, so it should work. I'm going to go slowly through each section. Slowly, so you can get a feel for how incredible this place is. Okay. All right. Okay. Yep, I'm back. All right. I'm not sure who these guys are. Okay. But I wanted to get close-ups. Just so you can get a feel for how immense this place is. I mean, that's how tall. If you want to get a reference size. There we go. You see how big it is? I'm like a tiny speck compared to this architecture. This looks like copper. Yep. I love the helmets. Wow. And of course the old world lampposts. Okay. Try to zoom in up top here. Okay. Now, we've kind of seen this building here. It curves around. There's lions. It curves around. There's a giant horse. Guy riding a horse there. Try to go slow. And then it opens up to a dome. I'm gonna kind of show that a little bit, but I wanna, the lion with the shield, I wanna get to that building on the live stream before it drops the connection. If you can bear with me, I can make it to that building. But before I do that, I just want to zoom in up here one last time. And excuse the camera lens if it's not just a little blurry. Yeah. Incredible. Okay. Lots of copper helmets and stuff. All right. All right, for this part, I'm gonna walk and talk. All right. So, does anyone know about Austrian history? I have no idea. There's this shield and crest that I see everywhere, like a griffin, kind of like, it's like that kind of similar. Now, what I know about the old world is that everything was connected. There was no, this was all one empire, right? So it's not like, people think that like one empire, you know, there was like one country and another country, but it was all together, right? So, being in Hungary, I saw like the same architecture in Budapest, but I'm actually mind blown at how beautiful Austria is. One world order, yeah. And but what I understand, that the Habsburgs Empire was the one who came in and just destroyed everything, like, and went into the churches and destroyed the frescoes and like whitewashed the history, especially in Russia. So I don't know. You guys can like I'm not the knowledge of like everything, you know. I'm just learning, you know. I'm just a newbie at this stuff. So, um, you want to check out from this angle. Wow. Oh, giant eagle. Wow. Wow. And I see a lot of gold everywhere and then copper everywhere. All right. So, we're about to enter a little area. Uh-oh. Gotta wait to cross the street. But right now we're entering an area with like two identical buildings on both sides. There's a train coming in the way. The trains here are really sweet. Look at that. And it's like an honor system, so you just pay and then they never really check your ticket. But we just Ubered over here real cheap, so okay. I would probably wait till that car passes. You're funny. That's it. Okay. All right. I'll try to keep it really steady and cross your fingers the connection holds. What I find interesting is that building and that building look identical, almost. Would you say so? Yeah. And it seems like the way that they put the buildings is they put like massive amounts of space in between each building, like insane amounts of space. All right, we're gonna zoom in on some of these details, so just be patient for a second. I'm gonna try to keep it as steady as I can. It's a little bit windy out here, I know that. Okay. So there's two buildings and there's a big, huge copper monument in between. Incredible. Now, what? She is so crazy, beautiful, amazing architecture. Yeah, I did not think of like, I could Google pictures of Vienna, but till I came here and started looking at it, I had like no idea. It was just like a surprise to me. Like I was like, okay, cool, Vienna seems cool, right? But wow. So what she's holding there is what I call the wreath of eternity. As far as I know, it's like a symbol of like ultimate power, God power, source power, you know. And whoever built this stuff can like ultimate mastery over the material world. Angels and stuff. I mean, they have halos, gold. That's gold up there, by the way. I can't, you know, if you can tell. It's copper statue with the gold. Looks like wearing gold halos and stuff. And so they're trying to sell tickets to the museum here. I'm not going to go in, learn a bunch of fake history, right? But I mean, it'd be pretty cool to see what's inside the museum. But from the outside of the buildings, I'm still getting a good impression of how. I don't have time to go to the museums right now, unfortunately. I would go into them, but I have to spend more time in Austria. Oh, in this city, Vienna. Vienna is like probably the only one worth visiting, I think, but it's the capital. Okay, so check that out. Okay, and bear in mind, more wreaths. That's a symbol of like their status, I think. And then, by the way, this building right here is duplicated on this side. Actually, no, it's not is it? Hard to tell until we get over there.